Right, well, seeing that the message is clear that no, I can't get a night off, so we will do it. I drink my water. I badly planned and I badly organized tonight. I doubt we're gonna get a full video, but while we're here, we'll have a chat. I don't know how much of a video we will get tonight, but let's talk, because it's 9 o'clock on the 9th of May. And today I was speaking to a good friend of mine. Let's call him EC. And EC is a guy that he's call it as he see it. And he's a guy that I think he's seen it all. You know, I even forget, I don't know how tired I am today now, but this has been one long ass busy week. I even plug in the charger in this phone. That's to show you all this. Anyway, alright, let me make the best of it. Anyway, he is a guy that I think has seen it all. And today, talking to him today, he seemed so panicked. We had a conversation today, and we spent 3 hours by lawyers today. And if you ever deal with lawyers and planning for court matters and stuff, you know how grueling and draining that could be. And we're planning the launch of the first Pep Cafe. We're planning the Pep Curriculum. We're planning Pep Farms. Pep Farms is going to be a reality. We have 55 acres of land that's been made available to us. If you're a farmer, if you know a farmer that wants land and want to come and do a joint venture with us, tell them come this Saturday. And I don't want to hear nobody ringing up my phone and telling me, but boy, Philip, you knew I ain't farming and you knew I was interested. 55 acres. So if you're interested, anybody interested, come now. Get registered, because we're going forward with Pep Farms. And if you know anybody who might be interested in that, I don't want to be, I can't intervene in every situation. I can't micromanage. Anne-Marie Dulal, she will be coordinating this, but we will have a team put together. Satish Ramsaran is in charge of finance, and of course the chairman of the party will sit on anything that's happening with regards to the party. So just get it out of the way. Pep Cafe. And today I spoke to a guy who is the agent for a very, very good brand of coffee. And he is so excited to work with Pep Cafe. So he's putting aside a cappuccino machine for us. Because we want to be able to say, and this is our plan, we want to be able to say, when they ask, how are you financed? We want to be able to say, we self-finance. We sell pepper. We grow and sell pepper. We have 3-4 cafes throughout the country. We want to do that to show you that no financing, no deep pocket, no 1%, 2%, 0.5%, no percent at all coming along and dictate PEP space. None. So we're working extremely hard. Don't tell me I'm looking tired, because I'm looking how I'm feeling. It is a grueling time. We're not stopping. We're working very hard. But if you want to be a part of the farming initiative, come this Saturday. Don't say I didn't say it, because I'll be able to say I said so. If you would like to come, what we're doing is we're working 1 acre plots for specific crops with specific people in joint venture with the party in a cooperative. If you would like to be a part of that, come this Saturday and register. All right, back to the conversation. So talking to my partner, EC. And today we're talking about how insane it is that people in Trinidad and Tobago just sitting back and letting the government and the opposition, the political directorate and whoever pulling the strings do what the hell they like. Oil is at its highest in 3 years. Oil is rallying because of fear of war. Or people are stockpiling oil, and oil is rallying, and it's still not hitting the lowest levels of society. Any pretense that government was there to take care of all the people has all but evaporated. This government and its friends and financiers are looting the country. That's what's going on. It's a loot fest. The UNC looted it too. Pandey come with Michaela. He didn't eat enough with Dubre and Gillett and the airport and Ish and Steve. He didn't eat enough then. He want to eat more. The man duddering. He in his literal old age. He know and I know where he is now. He's supposed to be chill and relaxed. But I'll tell you what's going on with the Pandey family. So you understand what this whole play that is about to take place on the 20th. Because to be honest, I like them. I like Michaela, I like Bastio Pandey, but I'm not tolerating bullshit here. And this is Vasan Bharat and Stephen Cadiz and Stacey Rupnarayan and the rest of the irrelevance about to be led by the incompetents. And you know what's going to happen here? It is going to tear, or at least it is a threat to tear the Indian vote apart. Because every time Bastio Pandey organizes himself, he comes with the Indian faction. That's who Pandey pulls, the Indian faction. So the most this play is on the 20th is a bully play. Bastio Pandey telling Kamala, let my faction have power in the party or we will make sure nobody have power in the party. So it's a threat. This is a threat. And now Kamala have to see it and fight it if the UNC, but that's not my concern. That is not my business at all. But I want to tell you what's going on. Bastio Pandey bet Michaela's life on his legacy. And poor Michaela Pandey have nowhere to go. Nothing to do. I mean, they launch their posters, it's time now, and everybody either ignore it, laugh at it, or attack it, and see it for what it is. Poor Michaela, any hope she had of any kind of political career has been spent waiting in the wings to have leadership and to have herself anointed with leadership. Leadership is not something that you pick up and walk with. Leadership is something that you do. Leadership is something that you have. What has she done? She's done nothing. Bastio Pandey wants to use his daughter Michaela like a sock puppet, like he tried to do with Winston Dukaran. Bastio Pandey organized an election in the United National Congress so Winston Dukaran could be the face of the party, could take the stick for the party, and Bastio Pandey continue to be the leader of the opposition and run the party. So when all of them get fed up with Pandey and the bullshit and leave and form the Congress of the People, he wait till election night 2007 when he get his ass cut for his own indecency to stand up on the and he showed his childishness when he came with his look in the mirror. Only remember that speech? Only remember Bastio Pandey in 2007 when he tell Winston Dukaran. This is when he was supposed to concede, you know. This is the time when you're supposed to be conceding the election. He used it to cuss.
At yourself, look at your face. That is what I want you to do. And then I want you to bow your head in confession and cry. Cry to yourself that you are responsible because you voted for the PNM and all the corps.
He is cussing the voters. This is Bastio Pandey in full tantrum flight, cussing the voters in 2007 for voting for anybody but him.
Or that you did not vote at all.
This is Mr. Pandey believing his own rhetoric that he had some divine right to the Indian vote. Kamala inherited that bullshit, you know. That's why you hear all the talking heads talking about splitting the vote.
Winston Dukaran,
listen to this piece of junk.
Not all the tears and all thy woes and all thy regrets shall wash away 1 inch of what you have done.
Bastio Pandey, you son of a bitch. You used Winston Dukaran. You tried to use Winston Dukaran, Anand Ramlogan, Gillian Lucky, and the rest of the young, I guess, East Indian names to hide behind and climb on their back and continue hegemony in a party that you could not win a bingo in. And that's the point. Michaela Pandey is really your legacy. She can't win that bingo either.
To yourself and to your country, shame on you.
Shame on you, Bastille Pandey, because Winston Dukaran may never have had the testicular fortitude to stand up and tell you that the Congress of the People was formed because you are a deceitful liar, and that you were willing to use everybody, anybody, at any point in time, and you're doing the same thing with your daughter. And I feel sorry for Michaela, because Michaela walking around outside there confused. Michaela don't know what it is to lead nothing. Michaela have no real political sense. You write her column in The Guardian and put her face every week to fool people, and that's all right. But now you want to try something really crazy, and that is force her and use her as a lever so you could have more political power. The reason the UNC lost in 2007 is because the public had zero interest in you. Kamala came and won in 2010. It is you they were rejecting. The same party united back with the Congress of the People in 2010 and won. It is you, Bastille Pandey, they were rejecting. And that same rejection is going to pass on to all of your heirs. People are not forgetting Lawrence Dupre and the £1 million in Oba account to pay for Michaela education. They are not going to forget that. The same Lawrence Dupre that was allowed to raid, plunder and pillage Clico and CL Financial and throw the rump on Trinidad and Tobago, and here, we're too big to fail, cost the people of this country $25 billion.
Shame on you on the corpse. And to my people, I say stand tall.
Stand tall. To my people, I say stand tall. Every single body that you ever end up close with in politics, you fall out with and fight with them because you have no interest in national unity, you have no interest in constitutional reform, you have no interest in the East Indian community in Trinidad and Tobago. All you want is power. All you want is nice life. You have negotiated yourself position for presidency and for all kind of foolishness. You've been throwing a 50-year-long tantrum, and now Michaela Pandey is going to pay the price for believing your foolishness, because she is not going to be able to win anything. It is the same way Vasant Bharat cannot. All of your last anointees are all politically dead, because you've chosen to surround yourself with people who can't challenge you. Kamala's name was written in with pencil. That's the only reason she bust your throat. You didn't see that one coming in the internal election. Gypsy Jack, Ramesh Jack, all the different versions. You caused the split between Ramesh Lawrence Barrage that pulled down the UNC when it was in government. You think people forget all of that? You think they forget? You think the people of Caroni and behind the Caroni who give you power and feed your family for all these years, you think they forget when they finally put you in power? What you do with it? Ish, Steve, Brian, Russell, Renee, all of the who's who, Hafiz Karamat, the Gillette family. You think they forget what? Make your own magic. Finance Pandey and take what you want. You think they forget? So for all of you who thinking of getting confused by its time now, it's time for one thing, Bastille Pandey. Ride off into the sunset. Write your memoirs and hope and pray. Trust me on this. Give your statue full cream milk and hope and pray that they have no God, that they have no heaven and hell, that they have no final reward, or that there is no justice beyond this mortal coil. Because I'm telling you, people like you and Patrick Manning, who have abused positions of authority and power in this country for your own self-enrichment, you, your friends, your finances, your family, and to ask with the people who put you in power. You see, when I was talking to my partner EC today, we're talking about the fact that the country is being looted now, but it's been looted right through. It's been looted right through. What Ish and Steve get away with, that Pandey want to beat his chest and say that airport was of value to the nation, you and Ish Baz jump on a plane, go Miami. They waiting on you. Go Miami. Take Ish and Steve and go Miami. See if they're waiting on all that. And Guterres and them serve the sentence, pay back the money and hush. See if they're waiting on all that. Eh? Because the country know, and the only excuse that was made is PNM thief, so it's UNC time now. And that is not good enough. Because that's not what you campaigned on. You didn't campaign on, is we time to thief. You didn't campaign on, is my time to golf. You didn't campaign on, let's let Brian Python romp. That's not what you campaigned on. You made promises that you never kept. And the people of the country have seen governments come and governments go, including yours. And all that has happened is mismanagement, corruption, and a further collapse of what should be the richest paradise on earth. You are a charlatan among charlatans. You, Kamala, Rowley, Manning should all rot in hell. Rot in hell. I am hoping Satan is using Eric Williams as a shish kebab. I am hoping and praying, because if I die and I meet God and these fellas and pay their final reward, send me to hell. Because I don't think there is a rational, reasonable person alive in this country who can excuse what has been done to the people of this great nation by their governments from the first time we lowered the Union Jack and raised the red, white, and black. Basdeo Pandey, it is time to sit up and shut up and let people move on. You hurt people. You hurt the country. Like Kamala, it is time for Kamala to sit up, shut up, and let people move on. You see, until we get something like a progressive empowerment party who tell Massey today, miss us with your bullshit. We are not interested in your stunting. We're telling you plain, Massey, Derek Winford, Gervais Warner, you cannot put out releases to justify bullshit. You cannot tell people that the bags you provide pollute the environment, and if they don't bring their own bag, you'll sell them one of the same polluting bags to use. That's bullshit. And we're not taking that. The people not taking that. And Mr. Gervais Warner and Mr. Derek Winford, Massey shares dropped 13 cents today. The people not taking that. Fix your business. Until this country votes a progressive empowerment party government into office, these charlatans will get away with murder. All of them. Because they've been getting away with murder. Understand all of the, I don't share none of this shit on my wall anymore. 6 dead, 7 dead, 9 dead, 4. I don't care. I don't care. EC tell me today, he said, the firepower that in this country right now, the police and army are ready. And you have a jackass in power who only taking care of himself, his friends and his finances, and his party move away from him. If only I hear it yet. The black people in the PNM want to shake off Rowley and the cabal. That bunch that terrorizing the country, that hijack the Balizé, they're trying to, ever see a bull? You ever see a bull when there's somebody riding him? You ever see a bucking bronco? They're trying to shake off the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago, the king of the infidels, the first black Syrian, Mugabe Rowley. They want to shake him and his bandit clan off. You see, since he come to power, the country has never been this bad. Murder has gotten brazen. Crime out of control. Despite the fact that the commissioner of police who need bifocals. Clearly, he reading different statistics to what we see it. Because murder and violent crime, home invasion, car theft, people running people off the road, chopping, beating, shooting. The country is out of control and lawless. So unless he's seeing different numbers, get that man some bifocals. We have a country so out of control right now, people don't know what to do. And all of them who vex when I say, if the PEP don't win, the next election call, I go on. They say, but Phil, what about we who can't leave? I want to tell you something. It is because I feel for you, I give up this much of my life. I work 18 hours plus a day on politics. I don't stop. This is not like Panday, Pelter Stone movement, or PACT. Show up and let me see what they're thinking. This is a real organization. We don't stop. We do not stop. This is an organization forever at work, 24 hours a day. Right now, the chairman of this party is in Canada. They are having a dinner dance. The head of our entire overseas movement, Ali G, is having a brunch in New York City while we're organizing to set up UK and right size and get everything functional in Florida. This is a fully well-organized, set-up political party now creating a pet cooperative farming movement, pet farms and pet cafe, so that we could fund ourselves. So we could tell the deep pocket financiers when they come sniffing around, miss us with your bullshit. We're here for one thing and one thing only, to right size, repair and redo Trinidad and Tobago. And if your affair is not in order, forget we, fix you. Because at some point we're going to be asking questions of everybody. Where is this country's money? And I promise you, you see this half-breed, I promise you, I know how to use the power of that office. You see this half-breed, all who have questions to answer will answer. From prime ministers and their inheritors go down. All the seer women, all them preachers on the sideline, all them educators who get millions of dollars to provide nothing, and all them who play, them have, I know who have cocoa, them days done. It is time now for everybody cocoa to come on the table. Let me deal with the country properly. It is time to get there. Robert Amaro tell me, Philip, we could link up everybody, boy. They're ready to jump on with you. Stop being so abrasive. I say, Robert, who is ready to jump on with me? Because it's not any and everybody I want to go to the dance with. I am very cautious. I do not want to stain my personal integrity and character with charlatans. And I don't want power for power's sake. At the end of the day, the power belongs to the people. And that's why I do this every night. My throat dry, I have no water, and I'm doing this tonight. I'm collapsing tired, I like to tell you, I beg all you. Let me take a night off. But let me talk. What is going on? Who is in charge of the Coast Guard? Why that person not giving us a public release why the Coast Guard park up all day? Reginald McLean gives us more updates about the Coast Guard than the actual Coast Guard. And what he tells us is the Coast Guard boats don't move. So if we find $35 million in cocaine in Piarco Airport, how it get there? Scotty beam it down? How did it get there? Why can't we secure this nation's borders? Why? Trinidad is a dot. Trinidad is a postage stamp. You could give one man the contract to mow this whole country as a lawn. Trinidad is a dot. Why are we not securing this nation's borders? I had to show the deputy chairman of the party today, driving from Port of Spain to Woodbrook. And I had to show him all of the traffic that exists on Wrightson Road and Arapita Avenue and Robert Street and Traggart Road at that hour heading west. Only exists because of the traffic leaving Port of Spain and the containers coming out of the port by Movie Town between 2 and 4 to go and clog up traffic to head east. So twice a day, we move a quarter of the population west in the morning and east in the evening. And not one jackass has ever had office who said to themselves, listen, this is untenable, it is unfair. These people, no, instead, let Furnace build a multi-story car park on the corner of Independence Square. The first corner of Independence Square is a massive multi-story car park now, a testimony to the mismanagement of Trinidad and Tobago. Because if they had a vision, they'd have moved all of those government offices out of Port of Spain and put it in equidistance of every point on the island so as to evaporate that traffic like 5 cents snow cone ice in hot sun. Zone the schools. Zone the schools. Automate what could automate. Send online what could go online. Purpose build a government campus in the center of Trinidad and Tobago so that everybody from Diego Martin to Tocomanzin will have the same amount of miles to drive to go and deal with what they have to deal with where government offices is concerned. And half of them things, people shouldn't have to come to do, you know. Half of those things are so dark age and dinosaur. But again, this is what you have as a system. I was speaking to a former senator and a lawyer this afternoon, and he agrees that there is no fixing Trinidad and Tobago. The only thing that you can do is start it over. Don't let them bullshit you. Bastio Pandey wants you to think that there's some magical constitution reform. He playing constitutional Jenga. If he pull this out, everything fixed. That's bullshit. Bullshit. Trinidad needs to be to undo and redo. We tell you our manifesto is called Reboot the Republic. We're going back to the constitution and starting over. And you have to give us 41 seats. Because if Tobago wants the Tobago that Tobago thinks Tobago want, stop voting for people who don't give a shit about Tobago. Stop voting for charlatans who just want to argue historic wrongs and forgetting about dealing with present rights. All of the people of Tobago are entitled to a life of hope and opportunity, and they're not getting it. The THA is slowly raping everybody in Tobago without grace, including central government Trinidad and Tobago, because it's 15 years now of funding sent to Tobago that Tobago has not accounted for. Billions of dollars spent. And inside of that was a Calcutta called Milshirv. When you find out what Milshirv was, but that's something else. I ain't going down that road tonight. We have senior... I love when I go in lawyers' offices and I read transcripts of my words. I love that. They transcribe my videos. Lawyers are transcribing my videos as I speak. It's funny to read my words because I could be colorful at times. Anyway, look. Look. The reality is that little 16-year-old boy who was killed, shot, he didn't have to die. The black family that fighting for their life, their 6-year-old son died. That accident didn't have to happen. All of the businesses that are closing down and collapsing, they don't have to. The cocaine that's passing through Trinidad and Tobago to the northern shores, we could stop it. The fact that so many of our people are hungry and living lives of quiet desperation, if not squalor, doesn't have to continue. When I tell you this, it may sound unreasonable to say, but at least engage. You have a brain, and I know everybody's brain is not the same, but everybody's brain is capable of critical thinking. And here I'm telling you, just check these facts. Forget me. You don't have to like me, you don't have to love me, you could hate me. But let's just talk facts. Oil and gas alone made us the 3rd wealthiest nation in the Western Hemisphere. Shipping alone could make Trinidad and Tobago one of the richest nations in the Western Hemisphere. Properly optimized and utilized, the never-ending Pitch Lake in Labray could make Trinidad and Tobago one of the wealthiest nations on earth. The insanely fertile ground that we have to grow cocoa, pepper, guava, soursop, sapodilla, pomerac, Palm City, that alone could make us one of the wealthiest nations in the world. Tobago is the most beautiful tourist destination on planet Earth We're not ranked number 1. We should be head and shoulders above number 2. We should be miles away from number 3, but we're not. But if somebody like Bali or the Bahamas or Virgin Islands had Tobago, Tobago would be celebrated. We don't know what we have. That's why we allow the glass bottom boat tour operators to drag their anchors across the reef and kill the reef. Ironically, that they're taking people to sea. And there is nobody anywhere talking about that. Our nylon pool is the only one of its kind. There is nothing else. It is a unique wonder of the whole planet Earth. It is a marvel. And in any first world nation hand, it would be on the cover of Time and Newsweek and Discovery Channel and Travel Channel, and everybody would be wowed at this marvel of the planet, the nylon pool. But not here. Here, that's just another pot to piss in. Because we're peons, we're lemmings, we're peasants, we're monkeys, we're knuckle draggers. We have no idea how blessed we are. If you knew that your island was the only island in the entire Caribbean outside of the hurricane belt, wouldn't you dominate the tourism industry? If you knew that your island was the only island outside of the hurricane belt, wouldn't your island be the largest storehouse of marine craft, pleasure craft, sailboats, motorboats? Because during the hurricane season, they lose hundreds of millions of US dollars a year that they didn't have to if Trinidad provided the opportunity for them to moor and store here. If you understood that Singapore and South Korea, 11th and 13th largest economies in the world, exist because of shipping. Dubai is now a man-made wonder of the world on some oil, but mostly on shipping. Shipping is such a massive business. All 7 billion people on the planet, every hour of every day, engage in some sort of activity that shipping was involved in. And if you don't understand that, then take my word for it. But there's a thing called Google, and you can go and you can learn. Global shipping is a movement of resources. That's all it is. And if we built a massive first world port here, they would quickly add us to their calendar because we're properly located between North, South, and Central America with proximity to the Panama Canal. I mean, shipping alone, just shipping and ship turnaround, ship management, just that. If we were to take the whole of Point Lisas, now that it is failing, and repurpose it to be the shipping hub of the Western world, we'd make billions of dollars. Of course, we could grow avocado, which grows here better than anywhere else in the world. The avocado that they celebrate in America is donkey piss to what grows in Trinidad. Donkey piss. You ever heard anybody use that before? If you hear Stuart Young or Faris Al-Rawi say donkey piss on Hema and Kisun show, know that they heard it here first. But I have to make a point that the avocados that ship $1.5 billion from Mexico to America every year is dirt to what we grow. Our avocado is butter, sweet for days. When you taste it, it's like an addiction. You can't get enough. People just count down for when avocado season reach. People just go on the tree and put their name on an avocado. The country does not have to be like this, but for your unwillingness to wake up and shake off the shackles that have been put on your mind by these racist mental fornicators, these fronts of greedy, zealous oligarchs whose only objective is to rape, plunder, and pillage this nation. They're looting it now and packing it up outside. No why you can't get US? Because they're looting it here and shipping it there. You can't get US. Our US and other people's banks. As them waiting for the bell for the bell to ring and the whistle to blow. It collapsed. Shit start. Get out. And who left? Who left when the grocery shelves empty? And TNTech can't send power. And WASA can't send water. And fighting happening in the street. And police and soldiers in charge of the country. And it's shooting and burning and looting in the night. Who left here? You. You with your vote. You with your remember when? Remember when we had vote Key to fire Kamla, we vote Kamla to fire Manning, we vote Manning to fire Pandey, we vote Pandey to fire Manning, we vote Manning to fire Robbie, we vote Robbie to fire Chambers, we vote When you have that game play in your mind, while you're waiting to see if your stray dog trap work and you catch a stray dog so you can feed your family tonight, the people who you thought were with you and for you, that cared about you, because they say they look like you in the PNM and the UNC, they're not going to be here. Kamla and Keith, not staying here for that jamming, you know. Munilal and Imbert don't have the escape plans, lock them bags packed, you know. Them leaving toothbrush hanging in the bathroom, the towel behind the door, and they're gone. On the plane, yes, Osha, yeah, take the house now. Yeah, I ain't coming back. They're gone. And it's you and your offspring and your elderly and your infirm left to catch. The country is in a critical condition, on life support, suffering, dying. We are third world, shithole, failed nation, narco state, banana republic, all wrapped up in one. When we finally collapse, they'll come up with a saying to add to that. Here's a Trinbago. It's like when people say you don't want to be like Haiti, you don't want to be like Guyana, you don't want to be like Rwanda, you don't want to be like Somalia, you don't want to be like Trinidad and Tobago. How do you take, potentially, the wealthiest country in the world and turn it into a third world shithole? Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago. How do you take paradise and turn it into a piss pot? Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago. And Jackass Rowley have an answer for you. But you don't have an answer for me. Because I will debate that son of a bitch anywhere, anytime. He could walk with his script and I come in with my hand, swinging like a boxer. Rowley, I beg you, pick the place, pick the time. I will tie two hands behind my back and stand up on one foot. You could let a bumblebee buzz around my head and you could sit down in air-conditioned comfort. Debate me now, brother. I want this country to see the son of a bitch that you are. And I want to expose you for the shit-hound, shit-snake, incompetent, comic clown that they voted into office as a prime minister. And when you and I done, Kamla could come on stage. And we will do it again. We will show them red and ready and yellow and steady ain't good for nobody. And Trinidadians need to see that. They need to see that. Bastio Pandey come. Exhume Manning, bring his ass too. Debate these people, not on their promises. Debate them on their track records. Because all four of those charlatans left the police service in a mess. The hospitals in a mess. Food production, zip, zero, zilch. The cost of living in this country is beyond unacceptable. Things that are manufactured in Trinidad and Tobago sell more expensive here than anywhere else in the world after shipping and duty. Explain that. Explain that. Those four charlatans have spent between them over $1 trillion. And we have nothing to show for it. Nothing. We have nothing to show for it. Keith Rowley is a shit snake. Every time Keith Rowley walks up to a mirror, in his head, he knows he's looking at a shit snake. Kamla knows she's a drunk. Even if Kamla people don't want to tell you she's an incompetent drunk, she knows. She knows. She used to wake up every morning and say, I can't believe I was prime minister, but these people are really freaking stupid, yes? But the people who really care about who is in office are the ones who benefit. They are the ones who everything that is built, everything that is bought, everything that is done, they break off a big piece for themselves. A big piece. They own the best best real estate in Trinidad and Tobago. Here a man owned Las Cuevas, partner. I know that happened. And they march for Shagaramas. A man owned Las Cuevas. And nobody marching. They moved the river. We are marching for that. We are marching for that. They've broken you in your mind. They've shackled you in your head. You have never been more of a slave. A security company put out an ad bold-faced enough to say, employment equal food and house. To tell you, you have no choice. You're a slave. You didn't think you was a slave, but you're a slave. Because if you work for we, you can't eat and rain go at you. I want to tell you something. You could wake up in our country tomorrow with the New York City Internal Affairs and the FBI land to go after the corrupt police officers and to find all who stole our money. You could wake up in a country with joint venture exercises with international partners could shut our marine borders down cold. Nothing enters, nothing leaves without being examined tomorrow. That can happen tomorrow. You can wake up in a country tomorrow where the health sector is put in a state of emergency, where systems are put in place quickly to right size and bring healthcare within 4 and 5 minutes of any emergency. That could happen. You could wake up in a country where education could start to serve all of the nation's children, and all 20,000 of them at every level gets a chance at a real proper education. Their entitlement under the document that we signed for the United Nations, the rights of a child. But we have a 1,000 seat prestige school system and 19,000 catch your ass and dead system. We don't want to fix it because we think at election time, voting means nigger coolie politics. I don't like you, so I will vote my suicide. I will cut my nose off to spite my face rather than effectively engage in a national conversation on how to move us from where we are to where we need to be. 56 years now, we've been slowly, surely going down the toilet. They've robbed, raped, plundered, and pillaged this nation. They've put more than 700,000 of our people to live in ghetto, squalid slum quarters. We've made squatters and criminals of our people. We have people dying, homeless and broken, and we leave them there. I watched TSTT on Richmond Street put up a fence around the place where the homeless used to sleep at night, because it is easier to shut the homeless out than it is to deal with homelessness in a nation where you keep voting into office people who have no compassion or consideration for human beings. It is time. It is way past time to look at your own self in the mirror and admit your culpability by either allowing either or of those two indecencies to have political power in this country, or worse, that you've let time pass and you've not stand up. And today, all the places in the country that thought they were safe, in danger. They're in real, credible danger. And when you pick up that phone to call the police, when your life is in danger, and you get no response, remember, you voted for that. And when you pick up that phone to call the ambulance and cry and bawl that you're watching them dying and the ambulance can't come, remember, you vote for that. Your child is now a security guard or a KFC cashier because they just didn't have the right color or connection. Remember, you vote for that. And if you're sitting down in casualty, or you hear the story, or they take your mommy and your papi and the best bed they could have found for them soaked in piss, remember, you vote for that. The price of food, the cost of living, the inability to be able to own a home, what the banks are getting away as fees and charges, you voted for all of that. the unregulation of the telecommunication system in Trinidad and Tobago, the lack of any real reporting structure as to what's going on with the billions we spent on WASA. You voted for that. You voted for all of that. You voted criminal gangs into government. You voted for drug lords. You voted for drug barons. You voted for other people to go into office, take $50,000 property and rent it to the government for $50 million. You voted for that. When you went back and voted for Faris and the PNM, you voted for One Alexandra Place and everything that took place with that undermining. And you said, I don't care. Rob, rape, plunder, pillage this country, it doesn't matter. We will vote for that. And remember that when the wolf scratching around your door, when your family is in danger, when there's nobody for you to call on or turn to, when you realize that the entire system is rigged and deliberately broken, when you need any assistance from a public sector that is cold and rogue, and it fails you, and you realize that there is no service in the public service, remember, you voted for that.
Because you voted for the PNM and all the corps, or that you did not vote at all. Winston Ducaran, not all the tears and all thy woes and all thy regrets shall wash away 1 inch of what you have done to yourself and to your country. Shame on you. Shame on you and the corpse. And to my people, I say stand tall.
The Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago in August 2003, as a Minister of Government in Trinidad and Tobago, a PNM Minister, and told him that there was bill rigging taking place in UDCOT. What the Commission of Inquiry is looking at is 10 times worse than what happened with Piarco Airport. And it's even more brazen. The PNM is on trial. Because those of us who were here and carried the O'Halloran stain, we cannot take the position that this is all talk. In 1986, when we went to campaign in my area, I was there. I don't know who else was there. I was there. And you're going door to door, and they're slamming doors in your face in Westmoreland, in Glencoe, in Bayshore, and all they tell you about is O'Halloran. And today, every school child in this country knows that there's something called UDCOT, and it smells to the high heavens. It smells to the high heavens. If this country cannot call to order its Prime Minister and its Cabinet and its political party to say we are not accepting that, then God help us. If this country cannot call to order its Prime Minister and its Cabinet and its political party to say we are not accepting that, then God help us. If this country cannot call to order its Prime Minister and its Cabinet and its political party to say we are not accepting that, then God help us. Why?
Your vote will decide our destiny. Your vote will decide what you want to be. Your vote can foretell our country's fate. But use it well before it's too late. If it is that who you're voting, crazy or not out, when you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it is the proven to be only full about,
parties had an overnight billionaire follow them. Each one of them had people come along and make billionaires, paving road, building box drain, fixing sidewalk, building school. We built more schools in this country than we need. We have schools under construction that can't finish and all the children still in school. We have hundreds of schools under construction, you know. Contractors get paid. We have thousands of houses in varying conditions of completion. Contractors get paid to us with you and your money, you know. PNM do that, UNC do that, the same Basdeo Pandey who want to come now and play Lord High Messiah, the great liberator, that jackass legacy. When you look and see what this country has become, it has been a relay, a tag team of abusers. Not one of them was the lesser evil. Both the PNM and the UNC is at their heart essentially evil.
If they are the reason why the economy goes broke, when you're voting, vote them out, vote them out. If it is the passing laws that them alone can flout, when you're voting, vote them out, vote them out. If it is the building ISOs, east, west, north and south, the same way you vote them in, vote them out. Register and take your finger and rescue the country. Put them up the tempo, they have the evade. Let's put our country together again. Put them up the calypso and joyous refrain. Let's put our country together again.
Mr. Commissioner of Police, is it true to say that the majority of the gang killings is over weed, and that if we decriminalize and legalize it, all the murder will stop? Is it a turf war over weed, Colombian weed, that Ghetto's fighting for, Mr. Commissioner of Police? Ignobility of having two of our members collapse and rush to hospital. Sarah Nabi, deputy political leader, and Carla Jean Medford, a member of the advisory council. One is in Trinidad, the other was in Florida. While the one who was in Trinidad was sitting in our casualty department waiting to get some kind of attention for hours, the other was picked up by a first world ambulance, taken to an emergency room, properly and completely examined and dealt with and released with follow-up while this Carla Jean, she could tell you, Carla Jean is on the wall. She's on the thread. She could tell you that within hours, she was dealt with, diagnosed, and sent home with medication, while Sarah Nabi was sitting on a hard bench. Still, hours later, in Trinidad and Tobago casualty, $5 billion a year, $50 billion in the last 10 years spent for this bullshit, you know. And Sarah Nabi had to still just sit down there. Lima McLeod Wilkinson, the caretaker for Port of Spain, North St. Anne's, she called me to tell me, Philip, it's 10 hours I inside Mount Hope with my child with a broken arm. 10 hours, and still can't get nobody to attend to me yet. That is insanity. She have a pleasant disposition. She says she pull a shift. She said they should have paid her for the time, and she alive. But that is not the kind of joke we're supposed to be making. We're supposed to be marching. We're supposed to be fed up now. The people of this country are supposed to say enough. That's it with this bullshit, man. That's it.
People must come first.
Our people
Citizens by right.
are citizens by right.
None of you others.
Nobody worse. Yellow, black, white, brown, green, every shade in between. Food, shelter, and clothes. Free movement and speech. A garden that grows. And one love for each. Wake up.
If it is that injustice is what
What
they
they always show.
when you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out.
If it is that avarice, is all they seem to know.
When you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out.
If it is that politics, it's just a puppy show. When elections day come,
All bandits must go. Register and vote them out. If they don't see,
vote them out.
state your finger and
Vote them out.
show them no mercy.
Vote them out.
Vote them out with total scorn and utter disdain. Let's put our country together again. Vote them out of power to be laid the reign. Let's put our country together again.
Three 347 PEP. 347 PEP. That's the party hotline. We are having a fundraising curriculum. Our roti is coming from the best roti in the world, Roti Cafe, Tutbagay, Santa Cruz. We are having the Progressive Empowerment Party is having a fundraiser, lime and curricule, with live tassa and other live entertainment on Saturday, 30th of June 2018 from 11 to 6 at our headquarters. On the menu, beef, chicken or veggie, all meats halal, and the price is $60 for a ticket. Now, it's not a $60 roti. You're making a donation to the party, but you're getting a real good, substantial, best roti in the world roti. And all of y'all, 1,000 of y'all who have heard me say that this roti is the best roti in the world will get to taste it on the 30th of June at our headquarters. Beef, chicken or veggie. And this is the real kicker. Special orders are available up to 1 week before. You can't come the day before and get this because it don't work so. Up to the week before, because they have to prepare. Special orders are available for lobster and oxtail. So if you know you want to try the famous lobster and the even more famous oxtail, up to a week before, you gotta make that special order. Upon request, the Satish Ramsaran, Debbie Lee Jaikaran, they are the ones coordinating this event. As usual, if it is a pep event, it is going to be a stellar event because Debbie Lee Jaikaran, she is our coordinator of events, and the child, she's brilliant. So you'll know that everything you're supposed to get, you will get. So come down on the 30th of June, $60. That is very reasonable for the kind of lime and good time, because all of us will be there. If you remember last year, barbecue, the barbecue was lit. And I felt sorry for all the people who showed up asking for barbecue when it was done and it was sold out. Get your tickets. And it sounds like a thing. It sounds like when people say tickets limited. But when you have to cater roti at this quality for a event like this, you really need some at time. So we have to have a cutoff on the sale of tickets. So get tickets quick. Book it right now. Come on this live on this thread and order tickets. And you know what? Buy 10 tickets, $600 for a better country. Come now, man. Buy 10 tickets and bring friends and family and come. Last time we had the barbecue was the first time the entire PEP met Morgan Job. Dr. Morgan Job came to line with us, to tell us well done, to say he is following what we're doing and he is happy what he's seeing. And he spent time with members and he gave advice. And he listened and he had conversations. Crazy and other Calypsonians show up out of the blue. We didn't call them and made their contribution. Crazy saying, make up a whole pep song right there while he was there. People asking where they're getting tickets. This Saturday at 19 Stanmore Avenue at noon. You know, every Saturday at noon, 19 Stanmore Avenue. Come on, organize your tickets. The farmers, those of you who come in late, remember, we started Pep Farms. We have 55 acres that we're breaking up and we want to do joint ventures in a cooperative with farmers. If you are a farmer or you know a farmer and you would like to work with us, you don't have to rent the land, you don't have to buy the land, you don't have to pay a cent. You're working with us and we're splitting the profits. So if you would like to be a part of that, come and sign up. Don't call me, don't message me. Don't WhatsApp me and tell me in university Saturday or you have to sap your mother head. If this is important, put somebody else to sap your mother head and tell the fella to sit down next to take notes for you and come and register for Pep Farms. Pep Cafe is coming soon. Anybody who would like to assist and get involved, we're going to be building one of, hopefully, a few coffee shops, liming spots. We want to make it possible for all of our caretakers, all of our candidates, all of our members on the far-flung corners of the country to be together during the day. You want to go and eat something, come and eat at Pep Cafe and line with members in the PEP. And we will have free Wi-Fi and everything else you need. So that's where we're heading. We're going down that path. 347-4PEP is the party hotline. Maya Khan would like me to tell you that Pep Radio is live. It's on my wall. There is a link if you want to be one of the beta testers. It's on the Pep app for free. You will never have to pay for any of these things. Our Pep app is available on the App Store, free of charge to download. All app stores, free of charge. The Pep app, Pep Radio is on the Pep app. Pep Radio is going to be on the website, peptt.com. peptrinbago@gmail.com is our email address. Link up any questions you need answered. Of course, if none of those things helped you, you can message me. To the people who keep asking who they need to contact for what, let me just give you that quick rundown. Now, take a note of who you need to talk to for what and whatever in case you need. And this is what we're dealing with here. If you have any issues that need addressing overseas, if you are Trinidadian, Tobagonian, somebody want to help Trinidad and Tobago, and you're based overseas and you would like more information, you would like to get involved, reach out to Ali G. Ali G. All of my friends are available on my wall. They're available on this thread. Just link up, reach out. Or you could send a message, an email to peptrinbago@gmail.com. Attention, Ali G, and it'll be forwarded to her. Tony Defoe is the director of Pep Media. He's going to be the person in charge of Pep Radio and Pep TV and the Pep newspaper. And we're planning all of those things. He coordinates Frontline and the 411, which are two really good shows that happen on a Tuesday and a Thursday. Tomorrow night's Frontline, Sarah Nabi and Tony Defoe. Sarah Nabi, Deputy Political Leader and Head of PEP Social Services, and Tony Defoe, Pep Media Director, will be co-hosting while our PRO, Janice Lemon Cricky, is recuperating. You all know she was in hospital. She had a little attack with diabetes and high blood pressure. Working her tail off for PEP, fighting with Rasa for the country. So anyway, she's recovering, and this is the last couple of days of her recuperation. They are going to be in conversation with the caretakers for Morva and Sao. And they're going to talk about the critical needs of the people and the communities in Morvant and Sarawak. Dave Lux is our internal security. Debbie Jaikaran is the person who coordinates all of our events. We just got a member donated a PA, and we just had to clear it. It cost $2,100 to clear it. Felicia Holder is looking for support to cover that bill because we put out the money and we didn't get it back. So if you could help a couple $100 towards that, we appreciate it greatly, because again, we're trying to own all the things to save all the money to limit the cost. We have the 100 chairs. We're going to be asking for 100 more soon. We have the PA system. We have our own podium. So at some point just now, we'll be able to run our own meetings without having to rent anything. We have another, Mr. Hilton organized another PA for us for internal, and that's supposed to be coming too, so we're going to have to. Great job, everybody. Debbie Jaikaran, if you want to get involved in any of the events, this curriculum line, if you want to help with fundraisers, if you want to come and help with any of the events, reach out to Debbie Jaikaran. Dilwood Braffett is our Chief National Security Advisor, and he's the other deputy political leader. Felicia Holder is the chairman of the party. Giselle Jordan Young is our party's treasurer, a director, and she is part of the membership team. Kenneth Luke is the chair of the advisory council. If you would like to have a conversation about anything that we are doing, planning our manifesto and all of our policies, if you have expertise in anything, because this is the political party that's talking about an animal bill of rights and an environmental bill of rights. You've seen our 21 policies at a glance. If you have any expertise, legal, financial, medical, education, sport, whatever, and you want to get involved, reach out to Kenneth Luke. Lima McLeod Wilkinson, she's coordinating our outreach to groups, large groups, unions, associations. If you are PRO or involved in any organization as a group of people that would like to have a conversation with the Progressive Empowerment Party from your perspective, reach out to Lima. She's also the caretaker for Port of Spain, North St. Anne's. Maya Khan is the head of all of our social media, and she's responsible for the PEP app, the YouTube channel, and now PEP Radio. Richard Blaze is co-national security advisor and coordinates human resources in the party. Rohan San is the man responsible for, together with our head of PEP communication, the invisible queen who gets all our communications organized. They together gave us the website. Ryan Chinsang, interim head of the youth, Sarah Nabi, as you know, deputy political leader. She is also the head of social development, anything to do with youth, gender, elders, animals, the environment. Satish Ramsaran is the head of finance and fundraising. Shanna Melissa does our outdoor advertising. If you own any billboard spaces and you would like to make it available to us, especially digital billboards, reach out to me, message me and say, I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10 digital billboards. We would like to make it available to you to run some of your ads. We love you very much. You can reach out to Shanna Melissa. Shari Wilson is the Progressive Empowerment Party organizer. Shari Wilson has the task of coordinating our build out at the constituency level, and she's doing a marvelous job. She is everything we never knew we always needed, and we bless God every day that she was able to take up this task and is doing it so magnificently. If you would like to operate at the constituency level, if you would like to be a constituency caretaker or part of the constituency caretaker team, reach out to Shari Wilson. Sean Sunarayan is deputy chair and coordinates the human resource of the party. Usha Devedine is coordinator of membership, and well, of course, me. If I forgot anybody, this is just a rundown of the people at management level. If you need assistance or would like to involve yourself in any way, again, the PEP Farm Initiative, PEP Housing, PEP Jobs, all of these things are available to you if you would like to come and bring your own ideas to us. We love that. This Saturday at noon, every Saturday at noon, we look forward to meeting you people, signing you up, selling your PEP cups, PEP jersey, PEP bumper sticker, PEP flag. Come and buy all of the merchandise. It's a lot of fun. But the meetings will be a real great exchange of minds and ideas and plans and policies. And it's really a lot of fun. So organize your friends, the family, and come this Saturday at noon, 19 Stanmore Avenue. Book your tickets one time for the curriculum. That's going to be a happening event. Tomorrow night is Frontline. I doubt that there will be a video after, but if there is need to be one, we will do one. All of the PEP policy documents, all of the posts that you see by the PEP members, share them, send them viral. Let's get the bullshit out of the conversation. Let's change the narrative to issues. Let's get ourselves to being a people that are discussing how to right-size and fix our nation and get rid of these mocking pretenders in red and yellow shirts, this cancerous scourge that has destroyed the most beautiful paradise on earth. It is not too late for us. Let us stand together, one people under one flag. Talk to you soon. Stay safe. Trinidad and Tobago.